So if you bring your hands to your solar plexus and then you trace down your rib cage even into your back as much as you can. So your diaphragm spans that whole space, and it's a sheet of muscle. And as you inhale, that sheet of muscle goes down, helping the lungs expand. And then as you exhale, it domes back up, supporting the breath moving out. So a lot of people just focus on the front part of the diaphragm, and when we're breathing with a full diaphragmatic breath, we're actually using muscles in the sides of the waist and even in the low back. So we're going to do that by giving some feedback to the body. So lying down with your feet as wide as your hips or even wider than that, and then angle your toes in, your big toes in and your heels slightly out, and then rest your hands on your abdomen. And if it's comfortable, you can let your eyes close or just hold your gaze straight up at the ceiling. So before changing your breath, just notice how the breath is moving right now. For some of us, it might be rapid, it might be shallow. For some of us, it might feel slow and steady. And then take 2 or 3 open mouth exhalations. And after taking those exhales, notice if the breath has shifted. And notice where the back half of your pelvis meets the ground. And think about your tailbone and gently reach your tailbone down toward your heel so you're creating more of a flat line through the low back. You might have to adjust the line through your upper body. And see if you can start to feel the breath in the sides of the waist and in the low back as you inhale. And as you exhale, let the breath move out of the body without any pressure. So you can continue to follow the natural breath, or you can start to count the breath. So take a 2, 3, or 4 count inhale, and then work towards doubling the length of the exhale. So if you're taking a 3 count inhale, move toward a 6 count exhale. And if it starts to feel like your throat is tightening, notice that and then see if you can soften those muscles. And take just a couple more rounds of breath like that. And then either keeping your hands on your abdomen or taking the arms into T, so a straight line through the wrists, or bending the elbows, finding a shape that's comfortable here. Take an inhale. And then as you exhale, let the knees lean to the left and the head can turn just a little bit to the right. And the knees don't have to go very far toward the ground. As you inhale, lift the head, lift the knees back up to center. And then as you exhale, let the knees shift to the right, head to the left. And take that a few more times, linking movement with breath. So move at your pace and following your breath. You might notice some places in the body that feel a little tense, a little less flexible or mobile. We don't really need to do anything about that right now, just notice. And then lift the knees, lift the head, take a full breath at center. And then heel toe the feet closer to each other, and then step the feet closer to the hips, and then bring the knees to the chest. This is supine child's pose. So you can hold on to the knees, you can take the knees wide, whatever's comfortable on the low back. And if you want to, you can rock. And then rest back at center. Breathe in and out through the nostrils. And take note of which side feels more open, which side is easier to breathe through. You'll roll onto that side using your bicep to support the head. Stacking the knees. And take a couple breaths. And then when you're ready, inhale, press up, finding a seated pose. And feel balanced across your grounding points. So we're usually tilted forward or back or to one side or the other. And then once you feel level-ish, take a full breath. And then with an inhale, straighten your elbows, lift the shoulders up toward the ears, pause, hold the breath in. As you exhale, relax the shoulders back to neutral. Inhale, lift, hold, a little bit of a squeeze. Exhale, relax. And take that a couple more times, moving at your pace with your breath. And then relax. Take a moment to notice sensations. And then when you're ready, folding over into extended child's pose. So the inner edges of your big toes will meet, the knees will be just slightly wide, and hands and arms as wide or wider than your shoulders. Tuck the chin, grounding at the natural hairline. That will help the back of the neck gain some more length. So if this is a comfortable pose, you can rest here anytime you want or need. Take a full breath, inhale. Exhale. As you inhale, rise up into hands and knees. Flat back, wrists under the shoulders, knees in line and underneath the hips, and feet in line with the knees. Take a full breath, inhale. As you exhale, tuck the toes and then sink the hips back to the heels. So this is down dog prep, or downward facing dog. So feel the sensations in the soles of the feet and notice what's happening. And then feel into the pressure of the hands meeting the ground and see if that's even. And bring a little bit of a bend into the elbows. Inhale. As you exhale, feel the air moving out. The abdomen starts to engage. As you inhale, lift the knees. And then with an exhale, lift the hips. Downward facing dog, let the head relax, bend the knees as much as you need to. We want this to not feel super challenging or uncomfortable. Full breath, inhale, exhale. Bring the gaze toward the hands, walk, step or jump, bringing the feet forward. The feet can land together or hip width. As you inhale, lift halfway. Keep a nice soft bend in the knees. As you exhale, fold. Inhale halfway, reaching the tailbone back, crown of the head forward, get long, exhale, fold. And inhale, rise. So if it's comfortable, you can reach the hands high or just bring the hands to heart center. Inhale. Exhale, Tadasana, mountain pose.